big afternoon ahead. My job is to keep things moving along so you can get back outside and enjoy a beautiful spring day. And of 4 here, that's all right. Someday summer will arrive. Thank you so much for joining us for an afternoon of recognition for the Governor's Awards for Service and Volunteerism. We're going to be honoring volunteers from across the state. They are making a tremendous difference in so many of our communities. I'm honored to have been asked to MC this afternoon. My name is Brian Yacono. I'm from Youth Center, Maine, and I'm a big fan of all the work that I've been learning about that we'll be recognizing this afternoon. So before we get to the awards, we have to briefly recognize how we got here, of course. So this was launched in 1986 under Governor McKernan's administration. And this program has continued now uninterrupted for 38 years, which is pretty impressive when you consider all our ups and downs. It is managed on the behalf of the Office of the Governor by Volunteer Maine, the State Service Commission. The nominations come from volunteer program leaders, public and private agency leaders, and simply individuals who are grateful for the incredibly good work of the volunteers in their specific service. The Maine Volunteer Foundation has partnered with the Commission to help organize this celebration this afternoon. And the award program has grown all over those 3 decades, of course. So this year, the organizers tell us they received well over 400 nominations across all the categories. So a lot of people vying for an opportunity for some great work. Big thanks, of course, to the generous support of a number of businesses and organizations for their sponsorship of today's award program. These people certainly understand the value of active volunteerism, which I think is a great combination of words there, in our communities. So we could not have held this event without the following support. The Jeannie and Chris Coyne Family Fund, First National Bank, Maine Credit Union League, Unum, Bath Savings Bank, Bangor Daily News, Nautilus Solar, Postal Workers Union of Maine, Hannaford, and of course, a special thanks to our hosts today, the Army National Guard. They all played a key role in getting us to this moment today. We have a number of people to make some remarks. We want to share some messages from our members of Congress who were not able to join us today. To help us do that part, we want to welcome up John Portello, the President of the Maine Volunteer Foundation.
Thank you, Brian. I have a letter here from Senator Angus King. Dear friends, I am proud to join Volunteer Maine and our state's Service Commission in celebrating the extraordinary spirit of volunteerism that defines Maine. Since 1987, these awards have recognized the vital role volunteers play in strengthening Maine's communities. And today, recipients carry that legacy forward with dedication and heart. Volunteers are the quiet force behind Maine's resilience. They recognize challenges, step up with solutions, and generously give their time and talent to make our state a better place. This kind of civic engagement sets an example for others to follow and lies at the heart of what makes Maine special. Thank you for your compassion, dedication, and service, and congratulations on this well-deserved recognition. It is a testament to your hard work. I wish you continued success for many years to come. Best regards, Angus King, Jr., United States Senator. And now I would like to introduce Molly Doyle from Representative Pingree's office.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm so honored to represent Congresswoman Shelley Pingree here today, and she sends her best wishes, and she asked that I share this following statement on her behalf. Dear friends, congratulations to all the incredible volunteers here in this room. Today, we recognize and celebrate you, the volunteers, the change makers, the quiet heroes who exemplify so much of what Maine is all about. This is a state that holds a deep and abiding commitment to caring for one another. There's something truly special about the way our communities come together in moments of need. The way we look out for our neighbors, the way we show up day after day, not for accolades or applause, but because it is the right thing to do. Your selflessness touches every corner of our state, whether you're increasing food security in rural communities, supporting those seeking stable housing, confronting the climate crisis head-on, or walking alongside our oldest and most vulnerable populations. You really are making a difference, ensuring Maine continues to be a place where everyone is seen, supported, and valued. You're also working to create a more welcoming and equitable place for all Mainers, including our refugee and asylum-seeking communities who enrich the fabric of this state with their courage, culture, and contributions. What's so powerful about the work you do is how it reflects the energy and strength of our citizens. You come from every age, every race, every socioeconomic background, and this diversity isn't just a strength, it's the reason we're seeing such holistic, thoughtful, and inclusive care happening all across our state. Because the more perspectives at the table, the stronger our communities become. These are challenging times. Our vital social programs are under threat of defunding, of downsizing, and even outright elimination. We've seen this most recently in the proposed cuts to AmeriCorps, and even more distressingly, in efforts to fully eliminate the National Civilian Community Corps. But let me be clear, I will continue to advocate fiercely for AmeriCorps and for all the programs that lift people up, programs that not only provide opportunities to serve, but transform lives. Because when someone chooses service, when they commit a year or a season of their life to helping others, they gain skills, experience, confidence, and purpose. And the communities they serve gain hope, resources, and progress. That's a win-win we should be expanding, not eliminating. From all of us who have been touched by your efforts, thank you. Maine is better and our future is brighter because of you. Sincerely, Shelley Pingree.
Thank you so much. I realized I should have worn quieter shoes today. You're going to hear a lot of me clanking back and forth. My apologies now. We also have the great honor of having the governor of our incredible state of Maine. I grew up in Maine. I love being here, and it is an honor to be able to welcome the governor, Janet Mills, to the podium.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you very much. Volume up okay? I saw you fiddling with it, so you let us know if it's up or down. Good afternoon. It's my honor to welcome Volunteer Maine and the 2025 Governor's Service and Volunteerism Award recipients to Augusta, to Camp Chamberlain. When Governor McKernan created Volunteer Maine, also known as the Maine Commission for Community Service by executive order, he recognized Maine's, quote, long and proud heritage of civic participation and neighbor helping neighbor. A growing awareness, he said, that fostering the ethic of community service and volunteerism is a vital means of renewing community values, of bridging cultural diversity, of empowering youth and alienated minorities, and addressing otherwise unmet environmental, human, educational, and public safety needs, end quote. Since its creation, Volunteer Maine has harnessed the spirit and energy of dedicated volunteers across the state to make a difference here in Maine. And today we celebrate those volunteers who are continuing that proud history of civic engagement. And now Luke is going to help me present some of the awards. And the first award is to recognize the Maine Volunteer of the Year Award to David Feldman. For more than a decade, David has generously shared his time and talents with two critical organizations, the AIO, Food and Energy Assistance, and Mid-Coast Habitat for Humanity. At AIO, he keeps the facility running smoothly for more than 400 weekly guests, maintaining everything from refrigeration units to heating systems. And at Habitat for Humanity, David has helped build more than 50 homes, mentoring volunteers and supervising the crews and fostering a spirit of collaboration on every project. Last year alone, David volunteered more than 500 hours. When do you sleep? Thank you for your unwavering dedication to your community, David. It's our honor to present you with the Maine Volunteer of the Year Award. Second, I want to recognize Young Maine Volunteer of the Year, Nathaniel Rathbone. He's not present right now to receive this, but I want to say young Nate has spent more than 300 hours over the past 3 years tutoring English as a second language to a growing number of multilingual students at Brunswick High School. Last year, he took a step further by founding the Dragon Pals group, a group of 10 to 15 students who are tutors who mentor more than 50 ESL learners. He also founded Brunswick High School's Old English Club, an old soul, I guess. He probably arrived wearing medieval armor. A club that has more than 30 students who share his love of language. Outside school, he volunteers with the Unified Special Hockey of Maine, assisting hockey players during their practices. We want to thank Nathan for his service on behalf of the Brunswick community. I don't know if he's coming in a few minutes or not, but we'll hold his award, unless there's somebody here to receive it on his behalf. Not yet. Okay, good. Well, reciting Chaucer to us. Third, I want to recognize Outstanding National Service Award winner Jackie Burris. Through an extraordinary 22,000 hours and 22 years of volunteering at the Foster Grandparent Program. Jackie Burris has impacted the lives of hundreds of children, treating each of them with patience, respect, and care. And beyond her own service, Jackie has also inspired others to volunteer. She recruited at least 3 of her neighbors in the past year alone. She's a go-getter. Known as the mayor of her school, Jackie is a beloved member of her community, and we are going to thank Jackie graciously for enriching the lives of so many students and young people in need. And it is our great honor to present Jackie Burris with the Outstanding National Service Volunteer Award.
Yay, Mayor Jackie!
Amazing group of people here. The fourth award is to recognize the Outstanding Volunteer Team, which is Living Innovations Volunteer Team. Is this on? For more than a decade, the Living Innovations volunteer team has been a pillar of support for the Eastern Area Agency on Aging, or EAAA. And last year alone, the team volunteered more than 1,400 hours, delivering hundreds of meals to the communities of Brewer, Millinocket, Milo, serving warm meals to older adults in Brewer, and assembling monthly pet food kits for more than 250 older Maine adults. We are thanking Living Innovations for their commitment to making sure that no person, or even any pet, goes hungry in Maine. It is our, I'm not sure who's here for them.
Budge.
Oh, Budge, come on up, come on down. Outstanding volunteer team award to the Living Innovations. Come on in, look. Come on, don't be shy. So hold this up so you can all see it. Who's gonna do it? All right. The fifth award recognizes the Outstanding Nonprofit Volunteer Program. It goes to Mid-Coast Hunger Prevention Program. Come on down. For more than 40 years, the Mid-Coast Hunger Prevention Program has mobilized volunteers to fight hunger in the greater Brunswick area. Last year alone, more than 700 volunteers contributed nearly 40,000 hours, collecting food donations and preparing and serving meals, stocking pantries, harvesting food from local farms, providing transportation, and just helping neighbors in need. Thank you, Mid-Coast Hunger, for creating meaningful volunteer opportunities that strengthen our communities. And it is our honor to recognize you with the Outstanding Nonprofit Volunteer Program Award. We only have another 20 awards. No, I probably do. I will also want to recognize finally the winner of the special recognition, the Caring Action Award, which goes to Crosswalk Community Outreach. Who's here from Crosswalk? For nearly 20 years, Crosswalk Community Outreach has quickly responded to urgent needs across the Lakes region. We provided emergency fuel assistance, temporary housing, and financial support to many, many neighbors facing a crisis. Crosswalk also runs a food pantry, and they advocate for food security programs across the region. So thank you, Crosswalk, for supporting your neighbors through crises. and it is our honor to recognize you with this special recognition award for your care and compassion.
And our camera's right there for a couple pictures.
So, when Governor McKernan created the Volunteer Maine program more than 30 years ago, well more than 30 years ago, he envisioned organizations that would bring neighbors together to address the unmet needs of their communities. And that legacy is being fulfilled today and every day. And I think he would be as proud as I am to see the many ways that you have accomplished and continued Maine's spirit of community service and community engagement. So to all the recipients, I want to say, on behalf of the 1.4 million people of the state of Maine, thank you. Thank you for your contributions to our state. And now, back to Brian.
Thank you, Governor Mills. And let's have another round of applause for... Figure out where we are on the book, shall we? We have a few other categories we want to get to this afternoon. We are honored to present exemplary recognition to 5 outstanding individuals and programs whose service has created lasting impact across the state of Maine. So first, we would like to recognize the Tai Chi volunteer team at Southern Maine Agency on Aging. Do we have anyone here for them?
Are they here today?
We'll tell you about what they're doing. So this incredible team donated more than 3,200 hours last year alone, leading classes for more than 200 older adults across York and Cumberland counties. Beyond teaching movement and balance, they build resilience. One participant, in fact, credited Tai Chi practice for remaining calm during a real-life emergency. So congratulations to them and the work they do. Next, we will recognize Catholic Charities Maine's Search Program. Do we have anybody there? I see someone. Come on up. For nearly 50 years, the Search Program has connected seniors across 9 Maine counties with compassionate volunteers. They offer companionship, transportation, and daily support. In 2024 alone, more than 190 volunteers provided more than 12,600 hours of service, helping hundreds of older adults stay independent and connected. Please join us in congratulating Catholic Charities Maine's Search Program. Our next group to recognize is Neighbors Driving Neighbors. Do we have anybody in the room from them tonight?
Anyone from Neighbors Driving Neighbors? They're probably driving their neighbors.
That's right, they're a busy group. So this remarkable program, if you're not familiar, provides free rides across 6 rural towns with no public transportation. In 2024, 70 volunteers donated 1,614 hours. They traveled more than 45,000 miles to complete 1,513 rides, helping residents to stay healthy, employed, and engaged in their communities. So they're giving back doubly there. So congratulations to Neighbors Driving Neighbors. Is Patrick Conlon here? Well, we want to tell you about Patrick. Patrick has volunteered more than 500 hours each year with Apex Youth Connection, mentoring youth through bike bus safety rides and junior bike mechanics programs. His guidance empowers young people with skills, confidence, and independence, strengthen their connection to their communities and to each other. Let's congratulate Patrick. We have a few lists to get to with some more names we want to recognize. So we want to turn now to the Maine Volunteer Roll of Honor. The Roll of Honor celebrates individuals who have given their time and talent to serve others, like so many of you. The distinction is awarded to adults who have contributed more than 500 hours of volunteer service in a year, and to youth who have contributed more than 50 hours of service. Their dedication strengthens our communities, it uplifts those in need, it reminds all of us of the power of steady, selfless commitment. Each person recognized today has made an impact through their hours of hard work, compassion, and generosity. So when your name is called, we ask you to stand where you are. You can remain where you are. You don't have to come up and do the walk in front of everybody. But please remain standing so that we can recognize you as we go through the list. We will ask to hold applause until the full list is completed. It is a decent-sized list. To read that Roll of Honor, we'd like to welcome two people to the stage. Britt Glexner Hyatt. Get familiar with Britt, by the way. She is the next Executive Director of Volunteer Maine, starting a week from now. So this is the face of the organization. We also want to welcome Samantha Horn, the Director of Maine's Office of Community Affairs.
All right, I'm excited to do this. Not starting until next week, but I couldn't miss this. And thanks for everybody being here, and congratulations to all the honorees. We're going to go through a lengthy list, and we're going to start with Andrew Cunningham, Ann Sibeli, Ann Kress, Ann Griffiths, Ann Skelton, Annette Ross, Arnold Lucharo, Arthur Wiley, Audra Wiesel, Barbara Appleton, Barbara Bellinger, Barbara Bach, there's a lot of Barbaras, Barbara Hughes, Barbara Jurgen, Barbara Sylvester, Barbara Wallace, Barbara Whitney, Barbara Wing, Belinda Raymond, Bettanin Stevens, Beverly Mushero, Bob Longo, Bonita Rogers, Bonnie Trafford, Brenda Boudreau, Brenda Lynn Elsier, Brendan Terrell, Bubba Stewart, Carl Cooper, Carla French, Carol Rickett, Cassian Nkumana, Catherine Johnston.
Kathy Monroe, Celeste Chenet, Charles Griffith, Cheryl Jackson, Shirley Brown, Christine Sargent, Christopher Foss, Christopher Woodbury, Cindy Anderson, Cindy McKay, Cindy Ryan, Claire Bennett, Clayton Peters, Clint Rudge, Colin Moncrief, Connie Hawes, Conrad Bud Houghton, Dan Malkowski, Daniel Barnes, Daniel Blay, Daniel Reedy, Daniel Vardaro, Dave Buskowski, David Gardner, David Gilpatrick, David Kornishuk, David Thurlow, David Wiley, Deb Dudevoir, Dolores McMillan, Denise Martin, Dion Moore, Diane Eck, Diane McCormick. And I just want to acknowledge we have one of our outstanding volunteers standing already. Thank you so much for your service.
Donald Stevenson, Donna Davis, Donna Wilson, Doris Dean, Doug Carrier Sr., Earl Lord, Ed LeCuyer, Edith Constable, Eleanor Thornley, Eleanor Toth, Elizabeth Page, Eric Schneid, Evelyn Sudsbury, Francis Amos, Francis Seeley, Frank Rabo, Frank Worthy III, oh, here we go, Francis, and Freda Watkins, Gary Murray, Gay Brown, Georgia Gillette, Jenna Jones, Gregory Libby, Hannah Klecky, Harold Downey, Heather Ireland, Heather Sylvia, Helen Peasley, Hollis Rockwell, Irene Atwood, Irene Lang, James Levitt, James Nawrocki, and James Patton.
I saw a couple more folks stand up on that last list. It's amazing. So much time and effort. Thank you all so much. James Shantz, James Von Bachlan, Jane Noon, Janet Bridges, Janet Murphy, Janice Childs, Jacqueline Burris, Jason Greenleaf, Jean Grant, Jeff Oman, Jeffrey Church, Jennifer Robinson, Joan Kenny, Jocelyn LaPlante, Joe LaMontagne, John Leeming, John Mercurio Jr., Joseph Chiarochi, Joseph Gagne, Joseph Turcotte, Josephine Holmes, Judd Hume, Judith Bunn, Judith Fox, Judith Minervino, Judith Sibley, Judy Coleman, June Dunn, Karen Cunningham, Karen Thorpe, Carlin Langerack, Catherine Blake, Kathy Rathel, and Kenneth Chase.
Kenyon Carl, Carrie Smith, Kevin Blount, Larry Johnson, Laura Cote, Laura Menez, Laura Smith, Laura Jean Eckert, Laura Sue Nichols, Lawrence Harper Sr., Lauren Melhern, Leanne Picker, Leon McGollin, Linda Schaffer, Linda Zollers, Linda Ray Pierce, Lisa Chase, Lisa McTay, Laura Lipvick, Loretta Howe, Lorna Alley, Lorraine Bernier, Luann Brulard, Margaret Elliott, Margaret Genest, Margaret Rudelick, Mari Cook, Marianne McCann, Marjorie Higgins, Marjorie Robinson, Mark Bourdois, Martin
Lazarus,
Mary Musso, and Mary Ellen Tardy.
Michael Frost, Michael Landry, Michael Meservey, Michael Spearin, Michelle Anderson, Michelle LeClaire, Michaela Tarr, Mike Fox, Miranda Lawson, Misty L. Coolidge, Ms. Dusty Trombley, Myrtle Miller, Nancy Albee, Nancy Fennell, Nasir Ahmed, Nicholas Gibberty, Nick Anderson, Norman Lane, Pamela Droon, Patricia Baker, Patricia Burke, Patricia Dixon, Patricia Fitzgerald, Patricia Hajar, Patricia Morin, Patricia Nash, Patricia Rennie, Patricia Topolsky, Patrick Inman, Patsy DeLong, Paul Duclos, Pauline Loringer, Peter Wilson, Phil Sahillis.
Almost there, guys. Oh, 2 more pages. Philip York, Randy Eldridge, Regine Laverdur, Richard Andrick, Richard Brown, Richard Nye, Richard Waitstone, Rick Wolf, Rita Ackerson, Richie Dow, Robert Bouchard, Robert Brown, Robert Cabelli, Robert Cutliff, Robert Harmon, Robert Rollins, Robert True, Robert Vasnis, Robert Yates, Roberta Bouchard, Robin Etsy, Robin Gospie, Rodonna Washburn, Rose Ireland, Rose La Rocca, Ruth La Rothrope, Ruthann Weeks, Samantha Smith, Sandra Coron, Sandra Sear, Sarah Higgins, Scott Pettis, Shane Westcott, Sheila Christakis.
All right, this is our last page of wonderful volunteers for the adult group. Sheila McGard, Sherry Starkey, Shirley Burt, Shirley McAfee, Stacy Hamilton Waldron, Stephanie Carter, Stephen Galeni, Steve Cappers, Stephen Duplessis, Stephen Newman, Stephen Palmer, Susan James, Susan Johnson, Susan Layton, Susan Lamond, Susan Nelson, Susan O'Connor, Susan K. White, Sylvain Panette, Sylvia Willette, Terrence McDonald, Terry Turcott, Terry Mackey, Theodore Greeton, Thomas Decker Jr., Thomas Tucker, Trina Bellavance, Ume Rani, Ronald Thibault, Victoria Legassi Rice, Willa Ryerson, William Arsenik, William O'Loughlin. Thank you so much to everyone.
Can we ask everybody to stand up who was called?
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
you could stand up all together. So Barbara's and Patricia's were the big names, right? There's some big groups there. Side note, anybody who has to read a list of names, very difficult. Personally, I was glad I didn't have to do it. So thank you both for doing that task. We are going to transition slightly to the other half of our program, which is probably the other half of you in the room. And we want to hear a word from our hosts, obviously. So please welcome Alexander Clifford, Command Sergeant Major from the Maine Army National Guard, to say a few words.
Good afternoon, and congratulations to everybody who's received awards so far, and thank you all for your service. Speaking to the youth in the room and for the youth that are online, you figured something out that many adults don't figure out ever in their lives. You figured out that giving back to your communities, to your state, or to your nation is much more rewarding than any job you could ever have. To give back to somebody else and give of your talent and your time, that is something truly special, and you figured it out at a young age. Congratulations. Of course, I want every youth to sign up for the Maine Army National Guard. The recruiter is in the lobby, she'll take your information. But on a serious note, as you grow and mature, you're going to gain more talents. Each and every one of you will have a talent that you will find that comes naturally to you. Exploit that talent. Use that talent to do greater and greater things in the spirit of service back to your communities and to your nation. I want to say a quick story that many of you have heard before, but hopefully the youth haven't, so it'll be new to them. an old man was watching a young man walk across the beach. A recent storm had washed up hundreds and hundreds of starfish. As the young boy walked along, he picked up a starfish, looked at it, and he'd throw it like a frisbee back into the water. The old man stood there for a while, and he watched the young boy, then went over to him and he said, "Boy, you can't save all the starfish." The young boy picked up yet another starfish and looked at the old man. He says, "You're right, I can't save all of the starfish, but I can save this one." And he throws it back into the ocean. So while your contributions may sometimes feel like it's not significant, you are having an impact on one person or a group of people in your community and your nation. And that is something that more than any of us could hope for or to pay for. So thank you, recognition well deserved, and it's my honor to start to read some of your names.
Well, he hit the nail on the head, didn't he? That was I think, what we all needed to hear. Very refreshing. So we want to go now to the Youth Competitive Award presentations. So we're moving into celebrating the remarkable young people who have been selected for the Youth Competitive Awards. These individuals have gone above and beyond in their service to others, setting an extraordinary example for their peers, their communities, and frankly, for all of us. For honorees who are coming up to the stage to receive an award, actually we talked about those. Yes, we already covered those, didn't we? I'm going to turn the page. There is one, thank you. Right. We covered one, right. We're going to get to the right page here. We're good. So we do have one that we want to recognize. Again, this is with the exemplary recognition. So we're honoring exemplary recognition now to an outstanding youth who is an inspiration to her peers, quite frankly. At just 18 years old, Zion Armstrong has logged more than 600 hours of service, supporting Winthrop schools, youth sports, Special Olympics, her church community, even international mission work in Mexico. Whether coaching young athletes or serving meals at a soup kitchen, Zion's energy, humility, and leadership shine through. So if you could please welcome Zion Armstrong to the stage. Go back to your seat. Very natural. We want to recognize some of our young volunteers who have earned a place on the Maine Youth Roll of Honor. As your name is called, once again, we will ask if you could stand in your place and remain standing so we can see you. I get it if you're not comfortable to do that. We'll have you stand at the end too. But if you're comfortable in standing, that would be great. And again, we'll ask if you can hold your applause until all those names are read. To read the Roll of Honor, I'd like to introduce Nicole Genzura. Sorry, nope, she's moved on. She's over here now. Great. Of the Board of Commissioners for Volunteer Maine, and a dedicated planning committee chair for today's event, played a big role in getting this all done. Would also like to welcome Alex, right here back to the podium.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you for being here. Addie Frazier, Addison Ruth White, Aditi Prasad, Alan Austin Swain, Allegra Adler, Allie Johnson Roy, Amicus Mendoza, Amelia Godin, Amy Griffin, Anna Velmanis, Anna Isabel Leslie, Anna Louise Shang Klingel, Archer Akers, Autumn Marie Sanford, Ava Winslow Gardner, Avery Bailey, Avery Jane Peterson, Brina Ashton, Bryce Daniel Sharp, Caleb Chang, Caleb Harvey, Cameron Cohn, Cameron Brady Kaiser, Caroline Grace Martin, Chase Dolan, Cheyenne Nault, Chloe Moody, Chloe Isla Flynn, Coco Gailey McGalum, Cody McFarland, Courtney Lynn White, Dante Ingaharo, Declan Wright, Delaney Ellen Farnham.
Despina Maria Bosasos, Dora Hart, Eddie Simone Tuit, Eleanor Toshingo Hamilton Meserve, Eleanor Bernice LaForge, Eliza Davis, Elizabeth Newcomb, Elizabeth Smith, Ella Agnes Smith Doan, Ella Anita Doherty, Elliot Reed Morgan, Emilio Conte Hand, Ethan James Patterson, Fadumo Amahaden, Faith Annabelle Wallace, Finn Whitlock, Francis McGovern, Grace DeRozier, Grame Stone, Hannah Mitzkley, Holland Claiborne, Ian Ives Wiley, India Sky Hernandez, Iris Deich, Isabella George, Isabella Ife Farkas Bezogu, Isaiah Bellier, Isla Mattia Teft, Jackson Marshall Hamilton, Jaya Yen Coffin, James Rinaldi, Jansen Jacob Weaver, Joseph Rinaldi, Josh Fogarty.
Josh Trenkomowitz, Uliana Gustafson, Kate Rice, Kai Nascimito, Caleb Owen Wyman, Katrina Ausbach, Catherine Kate Betchel, Cadence Harrison, Kaylee Young, Chloe Maldonado, Lacey Pallas, Lacey Annabelle Dinsmore, Lauren Lister, Liam Nudd, Lila Nichols, Lila Catherine Patient, Lily Creighton, Lucy Hallen, Luke Chestnut, Mackenzie Skomersky, Madeline Ruthie Scott Hewson, Maeve Wilcox, Maeve Ann Donahue, Mandy Zag, Marco Allen Venegas, Maureen Kimberly Alice Walter, Mary Adrian, Mia Isabel Haralson, Micah Daniel Greenwald, Molly Marie Doyle, Molly Selma Teft, Nat Augustus Rathbone, Neil Cohen, and Nevaeh Walker.
Oliver Casey, Orly Garrett, Owen Lionberg McGrath, Phoebe Benham, Preston Kennedy Larrabee, Quinn Colette McCormick, Riley McGovern Pizzi, Reva Lucille Shende, Robert Bowen, Ronan Lafleur, Ruby Anderson, Sloan Gardner, Slovig Formo Ledvik, Sophia Garcia, Sophia Isis Petrov, Suzanne Nesba, Tatum Slovetsky, Taylor Anuso, Taylor Gilliam, Theodora Zaro, Zion Armstrong, Zunurai Hakayat Khan. And there is your 2022.
So that's the future right there. Hope you got a good look at those faces. Good group of people. Congratulations, and thank you for what you do. Just a few final comments, and then we'll set you loose on the pouring rain again. Today is significant in a number of ways, and it's wonderful to see the age range of people who are being recognized today. For those who have dedicated decades of service, quite frankly, to those just starting that journey that Alex was talking about, just finding where your niche is and where you can really make a difference. We've seen the best of Maine's spirit in the room today. Generosity, resilience, leadership, and certainly hope, which we could all use. So every hour given, every person served, the starfish, remember that lesson? Every project led, whether large or small, that all helps build a stronger community, a better future for our state. So to the honorees today, the names we called, thank you for the difference that you're making. You are making a difference every day in what you do. And for reminding the rest of us that service is not what we do, it is who we are. It's who we are on the inside, an important message. So a reminder, there'll be some photo opportunities in the lobby, because your favorite cameraman will be here as well. Be sure to smile bright for him. Some refreshments as well. Congratulations and thank you again for spending your afternoon with us. Cheers.